What's up, everybody? I am Sniggenhoff, and it's all about the sauce, Morty. It's always been about the sauce. We're playing Manchu today. Apologies for my poor Rick impression. Um, so in the last episode, and it's been a few days since I played, so I can't quite remember. I know we conquered some land down over here. We did we go to war with Persia in the last episode and release Khorasan? I think we did. Um, and I've been looking around a little bit to kind of decide what I want to do. And eventually, I want to culture convert these provinces I have in states in Korea over here to Manchu. But you can't culture convert convert um, until you convert the province. So we're going to need to switch our religion, our syncretic faith, away from Confucian here at some point. Um, and it would be nice to do it. It'll be good here because we can come into these states and enact the edict for +1 missionary strength down over here. We can't do it out over here in all of our Sunni territory because it's not in states, because as a horde we get like 2 states. Also, the one random Confucian province up here does confuse me, although that might have converted from an event. That's possible. What else are we trying to do? I think I'm still gonna go for economic ideas. Try to like boost my economy up, and then after I finish up economic ideas is probably what I'm going to try to start getting this converted, and maybe even break my tributary status with Ming. I didn't know this at the beginning of the game, but apparently if Ming has a 300 development or higher horde on their northern border, they have a disaster that can start ticking up, and if it fires, which it will fire unless they go to war with me or something. If it fires, they will lose a bunch of morale of armies and stuff like that, so they make them a lot easier to fight. Are they colonizing? They are colonizing. Jeez. So we may do that here in a little bit as well. They've almost enacted all of the celestial reforms, which is crazy. Another thing I had thought about doing is, instead of going to war with Ming, is literally encircling Ming and trying to get the I'll graze my horse achievement first, because I'm not quite sure how it all works. There's one way I could do it is conquer Ming and not take the Celestial Emperor, not take the Mandate of Heaven from them in a war, which wouldn't. So I don't. Or no. One way I could do it is go to war with Ming for the Celestial Empire and just wait to become Qing. For all the Qing achievements I'm trying to do. But by doing that, because instead of like the what's the word I'm thinking of? The legitimacy mechanic or whatever, or horde unity in this case, the Emperor of China gets meritocracy that has to do with your advisors and how good advisors you have. And I'm not sure if this replaces this. And if it does, as the Emperor of China, does it change our government type? Do we stay the same government type? I'm not 100% sure. If it doesn't, then we can just do it, conquer this, and go for the achievement, and then form Qing at the end of the game. Or like after we get the achievement, which would be fine. I'll probably do a little more research on it to see. But let's go ahead and let the game run a little bit. We have a truce with Persia until 1546, so 10 years, and we'll definitely want to attack them again soon. We're going to have some rebel problems here in Khorasan and out here in our western territories. We do have a rivalry with Delhi for just a little bit. It's possible it'd be good to go to war with them. And we've been improving with Khorasan so we'd be able to enforce religion on them, so we can meet one of the Age of Reformation requirements. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get 3 of these before we go to war with Ming, which is what's required to start a golden era, so we'll see what happens, but let's go ahead and play the game a little bit, shall we? Muscovy has rivaled me. Okay. Another thought I have is try to bait Muscovy into attacking me. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't rival them back, first of all. But try to bait Muscovy into attacking me while I have... Oh, apparently I don't have Delhi as rival. I thought I did. try to bait Muscovy into attacking me while I have Ming as my overlord, so that they end up fighting both me and Ming, which I would be down for. But I'm not sure Muscovy would be willing to just jump into a war against the Ming, because on paper they're super scary. I want to enforce religion in you. That doesn't give them a lot of liberty desire, but that'll tick down, and that finishes up this goal. Let's say goal. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to go for out of all this. Possibly war score cost versus other religions. We'll see. We will see. Renewing loans because our economy sucks. That was the other thing I was thinking about doing, because I'm sitting here waiting to take this tech because I don't want to pay the institution tech penalty. How many loans do I have? I have 8 loans and I can have 20 loans. I mean, it's gonna wreck my inflation. Don't get me wrong. Or I could debase my currency, but debasing currency would cause my PowerPoint costs to go up, so I'd end up paying more for the tech, more for the ideas I want to take. And I'd have to take like 3 loans out to be able to get this. Did I have it embraced in like all of these big high development provinces? Maybe I can wait a little bit longer. Let's wait for it to at least get to Shenyang. That sounds like a plan. But yeah, I'm gonna have to take out a loan or debase my currency to be able to embrace this institution, or wait forever. That's also an option, but I don't think that's the best option. So yeah, we got Afghanis rising up in 4.4 years. And Khorasan's going to definitely have some rebel problems as well. I mean, I gave them a ton of overextension. Ming is influencing them. Yeah, they've only got those 3. Well, they've cored 2 of the provinces, but they still have a few more left to go. But thankfully, like, Khorasan... Oh, went past it. I've got all these cores on Persia of theirs that I can just feed them for free. For free. So, I want to not give you military access. I want to issue an embargo on you. Didn't I have like 30 power projection just a second ago? I could have sworn I did. $1.49 per month. Unfortunately, we're only like 13 years away from the next one firing. And the next one is a thing. Printing press, which is guaranteed to fire. It's not guaranteed to fire, but it's most likely going to fire in like Germany. There's the Afghan separatists on top of one of my armies, because I wasn't paying attention. It's been a few days since I played. I'm a little rusty. I'll admit to that. I don't have any generals at the moment. Let's see if I can retreat this army before I get it like stack wiped. Okay, it didn't stack wipe, thankfully. Oh man, our con is just great. And I'm at the admin point cap. Let's try to get a little faster in there. Our Khan he's like slightly above average in terms of stats, but he's got Craven for -5 morale of armies, fantastic. And he's got Embezzler for yearly corruption, so he's real good. And then our heir is just fantastic. You know, 1, 2, 3. I'm not bitter. Alright, that's those guys taken care of at the cost of a little bit more manpower than I should have paid. And I would like to sling an insult at you. And my horde unity is getting kind of low. I'm going to need to go to war with somebody here in a little while. Delhi is not the worst target in the world, especially if they're at war with somebody already. They're at war with two somebodies. I have to wait 60 days before I can do anything. Production research flawed. The new techniques in our production are rumored to be flawed, and several leading nobles argue that we should discard them and go back to the old and tried methods we had before. It must be right, lose 50 admin, or ignore them, lose 10 prestige. I'm going to lose the prestige. Let me wait for this diplomat to come back and see what it would look like if we declared war on Delhi right now. Speaking of seeing what things would look like, it is now present in Shenyang. So how much is it going to cost me? How much is it going to set me back? 894 ducats. I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and do it. It's going to hurt. But it's going to allow me to do some stuff. Take the admin tech. And then take the second admin tech. And I have enough for the first idea in economic. And then Diplotech, Diplotech. And do I have unbalanced research right now? I currently do not. If I take this, I'm gonna have unbalanced research, but like I'm going to war with Delhi, like there's no reason not to take it. Especially if they're on Tech 9. I might be able to wait a little while, maybe try to save some of my corruption for that. I'm paying so much in interest. I'm losing so much in inflation. But that's part of the reason why we're going for economic, to get this inflation reduction and interest per annum. Just try to get us out of this situation. So, another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to raise up these banners to get myself a bit of a shot in the arm for my military. That's kind of suffering right now. Not going to lie to you. Send them over there. Speaking of, okay, I still can't support tribes. I can do it in 2 years. Supporting the tribes will get me that 20% cavalry cost reduction as well, so that'll be nice. No, Diplomat is back. Let's see what going to war with Delhi would look like. None of their allies would defend them. Okay. Up that army maintenance, boys. We're going to be paying a lot of money. A lot of money. Speaking of paying a lot of money, I'm tempted to put this guy in charge to at least curb the inflation from going up so steeply. It's going to cause my unrest to go up, yeah. But, like, I need to get this under control. I could pay admin to buy it down. That may be something I do once I finish this idea group up. But for now, we need to do this. Truce with Coruscant has ended. I also may end up going bankrupt. I have 12 out of my 22 loan cap. It's not something I want to do, but it may be something that's kind of unavoidable. You guys all group together. I need to get this war declared before their allies will defend them. So yeah, let's go. I'll go ahead and take this. What's balanced power look like? They've actually got a solid amount of troops. But I do have a pretty large tech advantage on them. Another thing I probably should do is get a general. Oh god, he sucks. He sucks a little bit less, but he still pretty much sucks. There's the banners that I raised. Not all of them. Attrition am I suffering here? Just the 1%? I mean, that's not ideal, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Coruscant is not helping us in our war because they are disloyal, but I mean, that's ticked down like 20% in just recent months. Muscovy is finishing off Chagatai, which is fine. Oh, Delhi got sinned into their side in the war, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. They're already working on this siege, it looks like. They have an army out there somewhere. Yep, take my military points is fine. Playing as Ming would be interesting. Like, you just get to steal everyone's points all around you. Be big and strong, have a huge economy. That's another reason why I'm like kind of scared to go to war with Ming. Is just like, it's not just the number of troops, it's the economy. Even if you make like their troops like paper thin through the disaster, like they can just hire 400 mercs. I mean, I'm sure they have mercs running around right now. Ming has 44 mercs running around right now. Just for no reason. I mean, they have no manpower. Okay. Alright, that war is over. Which means we have to unfortunately siege that fort back down. What am I going to want to take from Delhi? Probably everything that I can. Wow, that's a pretty big peace deal right there. Jeez. How much money can I take from you? You only got 101 ducats? Come on! So probably something like that is what we're looking at. Kievan separatists. in their lands. You guys come over here. Definitely gonna need to deal with that. Don't want my little dude to lose land. Peasant revolt, wonderful, in Iman. Geez, all the way over here? All the banners to raise there. I have 4 banners. How many? 8 peasant regiments? There's 4 more banners I can raise there. There's 3 more I can raise there. There's 1 more I can raise there. That gets us the 8 that we need. We'll go ahead and get 2 more for extra. You guys. Come to the province next to Iman. Hey, thriving arms industry. That's actually not bad. Restore the currency. Inflation less than 5%. Trade efficiency goes up. Prestige goes up. Monthly autonomy exchange goes down. That is not bad. We don't want to form an alliance with Kangra. And while we do want to unite the Jurchen tribes, we may not want to do it right now. I'm kind of tempted to take this. It's going to take us a while to do it, but it is something we want to do. I also really kind of want to refocus on admin. But I also am like so far behind in Diplo that I kind of feel like I need to stay focused on that for a little while, at least. Oh, we got an army over here. 26k. With a pretty big general. 3331. Unfortunately, they have like the southern part of their country sieged up, so I can't get any war score from that. There's the peasants rising up. These guys aren't fully reinforced yet. About halfway is what it looks like. Did Chagatai just get free? Okay, that is taken care of. I'm good. Religious migration. I don't want anything to change to Confucian, so I'm gonna go ahead and just gain the base tax. At some point here in the near future, I'm gonna be switching my syncretic faith away from Confucian. Maybe not near future, somewhere in the future. Oh, this is a vassal, so I can't even get him out of the war with seizing him down. Duh. Oh, there we go. There's another person out of the war. Now we can get our full war score against them. It is going to take a little while, though. Am I all that Delhi is at war with now? Possibly. No, you're also at war with Akron and Lanah. But we will deal with that on the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the content, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Tell me about just wish I knew more of the world. This would be more interesting. Tell me about Theodoro. Little Theodoro, these two little purple provinces over here. How do you think they run their government? Like, the King of Theodoro, what do you think of the decisions he has to make on a day-to-day basis? But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.